Okay, so you passed the evaluation.
I passed the evaluation.
And you got a new account.
A new account, fully funded.
Fully funded of 80K, right? Account.
Hey guys, so welcome to a Trader Over the Shoulder. Today, this episode is a little bit different. Today I've got Saul. Mickey's not here. Actually, Mickey is behind us, but he's not in the podcast. Mickey says hello. But yeah, today we're actually going to talk about a loss of mine, a loss of an account of mine. And Saul's going to give me a little bit of I wouldn't say an interview, but like a portfolio analyst like you do to all of the traders.
Live,
yeah. So it's going to be an interesting podcast. So thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me. And we're going to talk about you, Alex, and your experience.
Yeah.
So, okay, first of all, you decided, Alex, to sign up for an account just as everyone else can. A normal trader. We have, different traders here, and we trade for different reasons. But you decided to just go and do an evaluation process, just as anyone else.
Just as everybody else.
So tell me, how was the evaluation, first of all?
So the evaluation, well, it was nice to be in the shoes of the actual trader, first of all, because I speak to them all the day.
You wanted to pay for it.
Yeah,
is that right?
So
you wanted to feel committed to the process.
Paid like every other trader. We speak to so many traders all the time. Also, I wanted to feel like what it was like to be one of the traders from the beginning. So I paid for the evaluation, got started. It was an interesting start, to be honest. An interesting start to the evaluation, because I instantly, as soon as I paid, I was like, hold on a second, I've just paid for this challenge, and you kind of switch kind of modes from the way that you normally trade to a little bit more pressure on the way that you're trading. So that was quite an interesting feeling. But yeah, I paid for the challenge and started trading and went straight into a bit of drawdown.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went straight into a bit of drawdown, but slowly got myself out of there and gradually built up the account and started making the profits. And I think it was about a week. It was a lot of volatility in the markets. About a week, I actually got the 6% profit target, and actually passed the account and went on to the funded account.
Okay, let's stop right there.
Done.
So first, we know it's important, as everything in life, we go to the nutrition or to the gym. It is important to have something, to be committed, to pay for the service or to pay for something. So we felt committed to the process, and
100%.
that's what you felt. Before that, you had access to accounts and you felt you traded different.
Yeah.
So you went into drawdown, and we usually do these calls with the traders and we share screens, so we have more detail, but we'll try to to speak out loud what you felt and what you experienced. How do you get out of the drawdown? What do you do to get out of the drawdown? So
really the drawdown, first of all, was to take a step back. I was going into the account quite aggressively. I wouldn't say I'm an aggressive trader normally, but I took this challenge like a little bit too aggressive, and I went straight into the drawdown because of that. And it was quite a big drawdown. I think it was probably 3/4 of the way into the maximum drawdown that I got into, which is quite a lot to be on the first couple of trades, so it was way too aggressive.
Okay.
But what I did was cut the exposure and slowly started, getting the confidence back of bringing the account back into positive balance. And from there, I continued. But first of all, it was cutting the exposure and taking a little bit of a step back and then just carrying on trading as normal.
Okay, so you went back to break even.
Yeah.
What did you do to risk at that point? Did you go back to your original risk, or you kept with slower?
I was doing a risk of basically, so you've got $800, which is the maximum drawdown level of the account, which was the 80K funded account, and I would take 10% of that max drawdown, and that would be my maximum trade that I would use.
Okay.
But I was quite aggressive, so I actually doubled that. So I doubled that and had a lot bigger position size, and I was on 1 to 5 minute time frame, so I could actually have a bigger position. But but my maximum loss was obviously the two times my daily loss, which was $160. So that's what I was using for kind of a mental stop out level. If I reached that, then I would close the trading for the day, and then I'll take a step back.
Okay, and from there you went all the way to the target. I think I remember seeing your chart. Was a steady chart all the way up to
there's a couple of times, obviously, I started using my strategies or my kind of ways I like trading. Had some really good opportunities. Went into a couple of days where I lost trades, but that's normal. And pretty much it was smooth going back up to the funded account.
To the funded account. Yeah. Okay, so you passed the evaluation.
I passed the evaluation.
And you got a new account.
A new account, fully funded.
Fully funded of 80K, right? Account. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happened there? Because now you got your profit, half of your profit that you can withdraw.
Yeah.
And you just came from a success experience. So you just experienced success.
Yep.
Did you feel overconfident?
100%.
Did you feel that's it from here to the moon?
So I already know that some of my problems with trading is definitely overconfidence and overtrading. Overconfidence, suddenly when I have like a good streak of wins, I'm the most confident, cockiest person in the world, which is totally the wrong, I wouldn't say the attitude, but that's something that I always have to kind of watch myself, because when I'm overconfident, I do overexpose, and then when I overexpose and I lose a trade, then I revenge trade.
Okay.
So two kind of traits that I always try and keep an eye on. But definitely when I passed that, I went onto the funded account, and it was again going back into that kind of aggressive kind of trading style, which was definitely overconfident after I passed 6% in a week, passed the evaluation in a week. I thought, okay, this is easy, like you always do.
Okay, so let me just explain to everyone that what you felt, Alex, is something we see all across our traders. Okay, there's two things that happens once you pass the evaluation of the first step. First, you get the opportunity to withdraw your money. Mm-hmm. So if you withdraw your money, you lost that commitment to the account because you feel risk-free. Okay, you're not risking anymore your money, your deposit, or whatever it is. You're just risking the company's money. Mm-hmm. So you don't feel committed enough to the profits. That's what happens to a lot of traders. Mm-hmm. And what you experience, the overconfidence. Yep. Okay, this is it. I'm on the right side of the market. My strategy is going good. Let's make some money. Okay, and let's try to make a good income from this or whatever it is. And they start very aggressive. And we see a lot of level 2. Okay, our level 2 traders losing or going straight into drawdown. Yeah. Okay, which is something you experience as well. Yeah. Okay, so you went into drawdown. Now on your first account, you also went into drawdown. So what happened now? Why didn't you couldn't recover, or what happened to you?
So one thing that I didn't do was actually withdraw the profit from the first account. So I actually left that in there
as a cushion.
Okay. I think with most of the traders that I see, having a cushion in your account, everybody goes into drawdowns. Everybody goes into days where you're losing money, and having that cushion there is most of the time going to save you. So I always tell traders, and I always try and leave a cushion, which I did. But when I did go into this kind of drawdown, it was okay. I would get into a little bit of drawdown. I'd go back into profit, go back into drawdown. But then something I think I felt as well, something that happened, that I had a bit of a bigger loss than normal, because I was definitely overexposed. And then it was that revenge trading kind of spiral. And I remember the last podcast, we said, at the moment you've got an injury. This is what you said. You're injured. You're like an athlete. You're injured. Take a step back and recover. Straight away, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Came into the office afterwards, and you're like, Alex, what are you doing? And I'm like, just trading. And it's actually a bit funny, because it was that day when you specifically said, well, we'll see what happens. It was the exact time where I blew the account.
Okay. So you also experience something a lot of traders experience, which is too much time in front of the charts and feeling you're missing out opportunities and setups that might not be there, but you kind of make them up to just be active. We feel that need to be active in the markets. You're here at the office and your job, but you have charts in front of you. So you can always look. You're very close to the market and you can trade. So if you would step back to that moment, what changes you would need to do in order to avoid that?
Well, first of all, when I was revenge trading and getting into setups that weren't even part of my normal setups. I was like what you were saying. I was getting into just trying to find a reason why I should go long or why I should go short here, and was totally like trades that I would never normally take. And one of the reasons was because I wanted to get back those losses. I wanted to get back to the break even as fast as possible. And I wanted to see how fast I can go to the next level. Because I look at it as, I wouldn't say like a game, but I look at it as kind of a sport as well. I'm quite a competitive person. I wouldn't say I wanted to brag to you lot saying that I got to the next level in a week either, but I was actually going to brag about that if I did it, But those kind of things, I think, kind of hindered me from actually being the best kind of trader I am. And when I'm doing the best kind of trading, to be honest, it's boring trading because I'm looking at the types of things. I see the patterns or the things that I normally take. I see them all the time. And when I do take them, it normally goes to my profit. So it's not as exciting when you're overexposed and you've got to take profit and it's going up into profit and then down into drawdown, up into profit, down into drawdown. Really exciting. It's really exciting, You hardly could do my work, I'm looking at the screens totally. And that kind of hindered me a big time as well. So it's funny because I speak to all of the traders all the time. And this is exactly what happened to all of the traders. And I didn't think it was going to happen to me as well, but it did happen to me, which is quite interesting. I've got a good friend, Lucian, in the community. The exact same thing happened to him.
To him.
He passed an account, passed it the same couple of days. As soon as he was fully funded, that overconfidence kind of took over him, and then it got into that revenge trading, which eventually blew the account. Which I felt quite bad afterwards as well, because at the end of the day, it's the fund's money and stuff like that. Obviously, I put the money up front, but
Okay. First, don't worry about the money. We'll handle that part. But let's open some aspects and some topics it's interesting to discuss. So first, what you experience, it's something I think everyone will relate to that, to what you failed, to what you happened, to a loss. We always, bragging in social media about our successes, but we never open, our losses up, 100%. Okay? Which is something our portfolio analysts, and of course here at the office, we have the luxury to be one close to the other, so we can talk about our losses and our wins, which is very, very healthy and very good to do. And we speak in the office, we have this, levels of success and shades of success terminology. And we speak of trading, not only measuring success in trading in terms of profit and loss, how much money did you make or how much money did you lose, but what happened in between the loss and the profit.
Yep.
So you lost that account. Did you feel you learned something from the process? What's your shade of success, or what success you had in the process? Even if you ended up losing the account, what success did you experience?
I want to say that I came out of that experience actually a better trader, in a way that I think it's hard to explain. That while I was trading in front of the computer in the funded account, and I knew what I was doing was the wrong mentality, the wrong kind of trading, and definitely not in the zone like I normally am, and it blew it pretty easily. But I think I don't know, something did change. I felt like I did learn something. Maybe the patience or that kind of hunger to try and get something a little bit too fast.
Okay.
I think I took that as well. To my trading, but also some of the setups as well that I took in that evaluation, some of the new kind of setups and how I could add into trades. I never normally used to add into trades a lot, but after sitting with you guys, you and Mickey, laddering into trades and adding as I go along was probably one of the biggest reasons why I passed so fast as well, because I ended up losing the most when I would get full clip into the first entry point. And then I didn't have anything to kind of, I didn't have any kind of wriggle room to actually get back in, or I was just stuck. So then when I started actually breaking the trade down, I got a little bit in at the start, and then as soon as I saw the trade going well, then I was adding more and adding more and adding more. And then eventually when it hits my take profit, I've got it all in there. That's probably the reason why I passed so quickly, was because of those techniques that I've heard you and Mickey actually talk about. So putting those into practice actually improved my trading, my trading strategies, which I'm doing now. It's funny, I'm actually doing another evaluation, and exactly the same thing, is getting a little bit in and then adding some more and that works a lot better for me.
How's this new account going?
Yeah, new account is going good.
Going good.
Yeah.
Close to passing. Well. Okay, let me go back to your previous account.
Yep.
So going back to the shades of success. Okay, most traders, retail traders, they are non-profitable. Okay, and you cannot go from non-profitable to profitable just in one day, in 1 week, in one trade. Okay, it is a process. So from non-profitable, you need to get to break even. Yeah. Okay, I'm a break-even trader, and being break-even is a great achievement, because most traders are losing money. So if you're not losing money, you're in a good shape. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a skill we need to develop. Okay, being break-even, knowing how not to lose.
Yeah.
Okay. Then from break-even, you can go into, let's say, profitability or consistency. Okay, and from profitability to consistent profitable. Yeah. Okay, so you went into drawdown to break even to profitable, but you now need to develop the skill in order to stay up there and staying profitable.
Yeah, I need to learn how to hold on to the money that I've made. And one of the big things as well, as you said, I'm in front of the computer all the time. I'm speaking to traders. I'm looking at the markets 24/7.
Correct.
And I do have, I wouldn't say the problem, maybe it is a bit of a problem, but I always like being in the market. So over trading, especially if I've made good money or good profits at the beginning of the day, by the end of the day, maybe it's half, because I've given most of it back, because I'm getting into not as good setups, but also I'm over trading. Trading is like an emotional, it's tough, it takes a lot out of you. So it's a bit like a muscle. If you're at the gym and you're working that muscle, at the start of your workout, you feel great. You're pumped up, you look good. But if you keep going, you're going past your kind of optimal time, and you start overtraining, you're going to end up injured.
That's a nice analogy. Correct.
So I would get to that injured phase, and that's when I'd see my progression kind of get pulled back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. And I also want to mention the fact that, again, going into what's success in trading and what's a good trader or a bad trader, the fact that you lost a prop firm account doesn't make you a bad trader. Yeah. Okay, it's not like you failed or makes you a bad trader. Okay, it's just the fact that you had a losing trade or a losing streak or a losing account or whatever it is. But we tend to, again, go back and define success, or am I good, or it's not related to you as a trader. That's what happened to the market if you were performing well, okay, to your account or whatever it is. So it's very, very important for all the guys out there, and of course for us, to always remember that what we feel as a failure, okay, I blew an account or whatever it doesn't make me a bad trader.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I know how to go back to the market and keep making good decisions and taking good trades and going back to my system and my strategy.
Yeah.
So I know we spoke about that, but it's no shame to blow an account.
100%.
Okay? All the opposite. I think when you experience success in trading and you go out and you shout that up, it might have some rewards. You will feel good with yourself, but we never go out and shout about our failures.
Yeah.
And actually doing that, if you do that to the right people and you get good feedback from there, would be much more benefitful for you than bragging about your success.
Yep.
Okay, so I know you don't feel shame, but I know a lot of traders feel shame when they lose an account. They even our accounts, they send up emails. I'm sorry I blew up the account, and it's your money and whatever it is. There's no shame on blowing an account. We know we are developing. Okay, we're developing and nurturing traders along the career. We try to give them proper risk management to make them better and the tools to make them better. But it's a process, and very important to remember that. And there's no shame on losing an account. Okay,
I agree, and I think that's the reason why I'm happy talking to everybody about it, and I'm happy. I'm quite lucky though, because I'm in an office with traders all day. You guys have got so much. You got Mickey with 15 years of experience. You with nearly a decade of experience. You've got Yaniv, even Ruben. You've got so many people that have got experience trading, and actually talking about it to people that actually understand actually helps you in the next time that you're going for an account or the next time you're actually trading.
Correct.
And I feel actually by shouting about the success, it's more detrimental on your progress than actually shouting about your losses.
Correct.
Me shouting about my losses, now every time I'm going into my trades, I'm being more aware of the things that blew that account up before. And I think being a disciplined trader on a prop firm account will definitely affect your discipline on your personal account. I feel like just by doing that, just by blowing up that account, but actually passing it and going through, I feel like I'm a better trader. And that's the most important thing that I've taken out of all of this is the overconfidence and everything comes from all of the trying to show about the success and all this. The place that you're going to improve the most is shouting about your losses and actually learning about those losses.
Correct.
Why you lose. That's the way. And if you get through years of profits and you've never had a big loss, you're gonna have a big loss in the future, Correct. So it's better having the loss now,
a small one,
instead of having that big loss in the future.
I agree. Okay, so what you're about to pass your evaluation for this new account.
Yep.
What are you planning to do once you pass it?
So first of all, I'm gonna through the evaluation stage. I'm sticking to my kind of aggressive kind of trading, but as soon as I pass, I think I'm only a couple of dollars off from passing. But as soon as I get to that funded stage, foot off the gas, take a couple of days off, couple of days from trading, review everything that I did in this particular account, all the trades, and then I'm going to cut the exposure a little bit and actually start to slowly build up the account, which before was the evaluation. I was very aggressive on the evaluation, but then I tried to take that approach to the funded account, which it's a shame we didn't actually talk about before in the podcast. What you do on a funded account, because you've got to change from the mentality of you're going through a challenge. You've got to show that you have the ability to be able to trade and the ability to make a return on the investment of the fund. As soon as you show that, that's it. You've shown that you've got the ability. No need to keep trying to show it. You've got it. Slowly start to build it up and build that buffer, and then get the growth. Obviously, the growth that we supply here is insane. So slowly try and build that up, and we'll see where it goes.
Fantastic. Okay, I think we'll have a nice chat about your experience, and to sum up, maybe Alex, try to wrap up. This is something I used to ask all the traders I used to talk to.
Yeah. Coffee's gone.
Coffee's gone, so we need to
get more coffee,
to end the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I want you to tell me in your words, what's your insight, what's your learning, what you're taking from this talk we just had.
I think just talking in general, no matter if it's just about trading, if it's about struggles, if it's about life in general, talking is the best remedy to anything. And I think if you are going for a trading loss, or you're trying to get funded, or you're in the transition from your day-to-day work trying to be a trader, talking about your process, talking about your losses, talking about all of these things is just going to develop you in the future to be a better person and to be a better trader. So take our advice, or take Saul's advice, my advice, or a lot of people out there that have gone through it, and that definitely helps. Losses are usual, and you're going to go through losses. Profits are amazing, but the process is better. So
okay,
that's it.
So my words would be, guys, remember always, trading is a process, and it's not just the loss or the profit, but what happens in between. Okay, and stop. I would say also, it is also very important, stop comparing yourself to other traders. Okay, you watch YouTube, you see social media, you think, well, if he can make 100K profit, I can do either. Okay, so you need to stop comparing yourself to others. You need to focus on your lifestyle, your personality, your trading plan, your strategy, and follow that path. Okay, and stop looking for shortcuts or someone else signals or whatever that is. You need to develop yourself as a trader, learn from the process, acknowledge that progress you're doing, and yeah, I think
that's it. We'll wrap it up. I think in another podcast we should definitely talk about how to actually trade properly a funded account for a lot of people that are looking to get funded from any kind of firm, or even if they want to come and get funded here at the Fivers, what the proper way is to actually
or TTP
TTP trade the pool. Just understand what the proper way is of when you get funded, the way to actually approach growing your account and making this for the long term, not just short-term gains and stuff like that. So
fantastic.
There you go, guys.
Alex, good luck on your best of success on your
portfolio analyst. Everybody book in right now
on your new account. And let's make some money together.
No.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.